Hi everybody, good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Wednesday morning where most of us have plenty of sunshine out there. There are a couple of clouds out there and there are even a couple of showers not showing up on Futurecast this morning here. Those that have watched live already have kind of gotten a feeling of it, but got a few little spotty showers along a frontal boundary here in northern Nebraska, which is going to kind of stay stalled out there today. And then also a few little spotty showers kind of in the Highway 83 corridor and even back towards Highway 61. Okay, these areas right in here seeing a few hit or miss showers this morning. Nothing overly impressive. There's been a little lightning west of Valentine, but that's about it. So not expecting a lot of widespread activity this morning, but later today chances will get a little bit better. But again, we're especially going to watch some of those same areas in northern and western Nebraska as the day goes on. Severe weather-wise, your best bet for severe weather is going to be either clipping northeast Nebraska or off to our northeast. Most of us, it's going to be hot and breezy out there today. There's that frontal boundary right there. Low pressure right here and a dragging surface trough right in here. The frontal boundary and the surface trough are going to be the two areas late this afternoon and more so into this evening where we could see some shower and thunderstorm development. Severe weather is unlikely. Maybe some small hail, maybe some gusty winds. As you go to the southeast, the chances drop off pretty quickly. And in fact, once we get past midnight, most of the activity's gone outside of some spotty activity. We might see some of that just like we are this morning. These few little showers not out of the question, but most of us, it's going to be another mild start to our day. A little more humidity tomorrow. Another breezy day for your day on Thursday. And once again, we focus on the late afternoon and into the evening as thunderstorms fire up. This time our low pressure system right there, and there's our trailing cold front right here. This is going to be an area where the best chance of rain and thunderstorms will be tomorrow evening. A little bit better chance of maybe seeing some severe weather. But as you go to the southeast, once again, your chances of rain and thunderstorms get lower the farther southeast you go. And a lot of this will fall apart by around midnight and thereafter. So the chances of storms get much lower closer to the Tri-Cities and southeast from there. We could just do this all over again on Friday, where more showers and thunderstorms will be possible later on in the day. Well, let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center's outlook for the next couple of days. First off today, mainly non-severe showers and thunderstorms. Possibly a severe storm clipping northeast Nebraska. Better chances east of there. But non-severe showers and thunderstorms later today, this evening mainly. Some small hail, some gusty winds, but not expecting severe weather. Tomorrow, more of us under a marginal risk of severe storms. This is not guaranteeing we're going to see a ton of severe weather, but it's a better chance of seeing some. Again, I would especially watch these areas right in here. These are the areas with the best chance of seeing some of that here. The chances get lower as you go to the southeast. I'm really iffy on much of anything in the Tri-Cities area. I've gone a 20% chance of rain and thunderstorms for the Tri-Cities for tomorrow evening. Then as we jump ahead to Friday, a better chance of rain and thunderstorms out west again. This time we might have a better chance of some severe weather as well. A slight risk, a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe storms over western and southwest Nebraska. Those chances quickly drop off to the east and to the northeast though. And really these next several days, your main threats are going to be damaging wind gusts and large hail. I am not expecting a big tornado threat. Can't completely dismiss it, but it's not a big threat. These are your typical, almost summer-like thunderstorms where this kind of pattern, there's not a lot of upper level support for big time severe weather, but again, can't rule something out, and especially again that wind and hail threat Friday afternoon into Friday evening. Most of us, it's going to be a toasty day today. We're going to be getting those temperatures up there into the low and mid 90s once again. To the northwest, a little cooler behind that boundary where it'll be in the 80s, but most of us, it's going to be a hot day. Let's take a look at the zone forecast around the area for today. First to the northwest, where there are going to be a few spotty showers this morning, and again later today, we could see those temperatures topping out a little cooler in the 80s in places like Valentine and Merriman, 88 in Ainsworth. That's still pretty warm though. And then low and mid 90s, 95 in Ord, 93 in Broken Bow, 92 Stapleton. Mid 90s in the southwest, some wind, especially around the Kearney area. Maybe a couple of showers and isolated thunderstorms, especially later in the day, right in here. We'll go with 93 in Grant, 96 in Cambridge and Beaver City, 93 in Elwood. Southeast Nebraska, mid-90s, 95 in St. Paul and Central City, 94 Geneva, Sutton, 95 Superior, 95 in Beatrice, 96 in Lincoln, 95 Syracuse, Tecumseh, Auburn, Northeast Nebraska. Maybe a shower thunderstorm here. This is if we see severe weather, it's going to be right here. Ponca area. Hardington maybe. But otherwise just topping out mid-90s, maybe low 90s around O'Neill. Still a slight chance of a shower thunderstorm, but non-severe here back towards the O'Neill area. 95 today, Fullerton, Columbus, Schuyler, Fremont, 96 in Blair, 94 in Neely. So there's a look at today's forecast. Let's look ahead to tonight. We'll dip back into the 60s with some 50s over western and northwest Nebraska. Still pretty toasty tomorrow, not quite as hot, but it's actually going to be a little more humid tomorrow. We'll go with highs in the upper 80s and lower 90s. Another mild night tomorrow night in the 60s with some 50s over western Nebraska. Still pretty warm, but maybe slightly cooler on Friday. Highs in the mid to upper 80s and lower 90s for your Friday for the final day of the work week. Friday night to Saturday morning, it's mostly 60s for lows, a mild night ahead of us here, and then Saturday temperatures creeping back up. Still mostly mid to upper 80s and low 90s, but perhaps mid 90s around McCook here as we head into Flag Day. Let's take a look at the rest of that forecast. We're going to be looking at plenty of toasty temps ahead of us here. And again, the rest of this week for the Tri-Cities, just small chances of evening thunderstorms Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening. Chances might get a little bit better towards Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, as we'll get a frontal boundary in the area. That's actually going to cool us back on Tuesday a little bit here, but it's a temporary cool down Tuesday and Wednesday. We're right back up into the upper 80s and lower 90s by the end of next week, and it looks like that's going to continue right into next weekend. Let's take a look at the North Platte forecast. Now, again, we've got chances of rain and thunderstorms in your forecast these next couple of mainly evenings. Those chances are a little bit better than the Tri-Cities area, and those chances continue into next week. Off and on, slight chances of rain and thunderstorms. The chances might be best right around that Monday time frame with the cold front coming through as we cool back into Tuesday. It's a temporary cool down Tuesday and Wednesday. We're right back up at the end of next week on Thursday and Friday. And like I said, that looks like that will continue into next week. And in fact, the long range outlook, the next 8 to 14 day outlook there, likely looking to be above average during that time frame temperature wise. Precipitation wise, probably right in the middle here. A lot of that's going to be day to day. Like what we're seeing these next few days, that's going to continue for a while the way it looks right now. Let's take a look at the North American model. This is our shorter term model. It only goes out 3 to 3.5 days. Again, northern and western areas today. And even tomorrow, western and northwestern areas, the best chance. Friday, western Nebraska has the best chance once again. So notice the chances are just a little bit lower in eastern areas. They're lower. And that's as far as that model goes. Looks like it only goes out through Saturday noon there. So Saturday 1 p.m. Let's look at the European model. And again, northern and western areas today, tomorrow, and then Friday again, western Nebraska, maybe a better chance of severe weather on Friday in western areas. Going through the weekend, still just kind of off and on slight chances. Those chances are best still out west. Sunday into Monday, our chances might be a little more widespread for our area, especially Monday with that front coming through. We'll see. And then even into Tuesday, maybe still chances of rain and thunderstorms there. Beyond that, maybe still some slight chances, but the chances do look a little bit lower beyond Tuesday. GFS model has been a little more aggressive than the European model. But again, these next few days, it's mostly northern and western areas with the better chances of rain and thunderstorms. Friday or Thursday, especially, a little bit better chance. Friday out west. And then as we get towards Sunday and into Monday, those chances spread to a little more of the area, especially Monday with the cold front coming through right there. And then Tuesday, still a chance. Beyond that, we'll see. Maybe still some chances down the road here. So again, it's not something I want to get too worked up about that far out because it's hard to predict day to day, to be honest with you, but nearly daily chances of thunderstorms. And really, like I said, the rest of this week, it's going to be focused more towards western and northern Nebraska, and that will spread to more of the area early next week. We've got plenty of warmth ahead of us here in the days ahead. You can see all those warm temperatures to our southwest, and we're on the edge of that heat, and with no major cool downs in sight anytime soon. The biggest cool down is going to be right around here, Tuesday, Wednesday. Not exactly chilly, but cooler than what most of our long-range forecasts over the next couple of weeks is going to be. And look at that heat setting up by next weekend right around the eastern part of Colorado, western Nebraska. It could get pretty toasty right around that time. So Yeah, not going to be cooling off anytime soon. Well, I want to thank you all for watching on this Wednesday morning. I will be back with you on Thursday with all of the latest. Until then, take care. Enjoy your day. Stay cool out there. And also, one thing I want to mention for those watching in North Platte today, we do have, I believe there's a blood drive going on today here. Before I finish this, and I know I'm recording here, but I want to look this up real quick just to make sure I get all the information down. I'm going to look this up on Canopy. It's on the Canopy website, by the way. If you're go to canopynews2.com, you can see the information. I just got to make sure I can find it here. I know it's on here. There's a blood drive going on in North Platte, and I can't find it right now. We've been mentioning it throughout our shows, on the morning show and the midday show here. For more information, search somewhere on our website. I know it's there. I just can't find it right now, so I apologize. But there is one going on. It's either today or sometime soon here. So we have that going on. But I want to thank you all for watching on this, again, this Wednesday morning. I'll see you all again on Thursday. Talk to you later. Bye.